your host, Chris Bokelberg, and today we'll be doing frozen drinks. We'll be starting off with the margarita, and then I'm going to show you how to make strawberry daiquiris, pina coladas, and then the mudslide. We're going to do a frozen version of the mudslide, probably one you haven't seen before. Now, to get started, let me say one thing about frozen drinks. Probably the most critical area where people mess up on is the amount of ice that they're putting into the blender. Typically, it can come out runny, hence not enough ice. Sometimes it comes out too much ice and they can't get it out of the blender. What we'll be doing is we'll actually be constructing the whole drink right inside the glass, so it'll be an easier way for you people at home that are not used to making frozen drinks to whip that up. Okay, let's get started with the margarita. Margaritas are a lot of fun to make, as all frozen drinks are, especially in the summertime if you're picnicking, maybe you have a little indoor summer affair. But margaritas, there really can be all different sorts of types. There can be peach margaritas, blueberry margaritas, strawberry margaritas, even banana margaritas. But today we're going to focus on the original margarita, which is the lime margarita. Your basic ingredients are your tequila, your triple sec, your Rose's lime juice, and sours mix. And of course, you need to have a blender if you're making frozen drinks. That's the other thing. When someone comes and they order a margarita, you have to find out two basic elements. You have to find out whether they would like that margarita frozen or on the rocks, and whether or not they would like that salted or unsalted. So let's begin. We take our glass, and we're going to fill it up with ice so it's beveled to the top. Remember, ice is a very critical part of the drink. Okay, once we have our ice beveled off in the glass, we can add our spirits into the cocktail. However, there's a couple different ways you can make frozen drinks. I prefer to pour all my ingredients straight into the blender and then make it from there and then pour it into the glass. However, today I'm demonstrating making the cocktail preparation in the glass, and then I'll be dumping it right into the blender. For one reason, basically, that is because lots of times people either use not enough ice or too much ice. This way, if you're making it this way, you can pretty much be guaranteed it's going to come out smooth and consistent. So first we want to add our tequila, and you want to add approximately 1.5 ounces. Then goes our triple sec. In the triple sec, you want to add 1/2 ounce, which is about a 2 count if you're speed counting in your head. Now, Rose's lime juice, this you can overdo quite easily. This is very concentrated. It's sweet, but it's also very tart. It can be very bitter if you use too much of it. So we just want to use a dash of this. And then we top it off. We just fill up with sours. This is sours mix here. This is a storm pour. And this sours mix happens to be Daly's brand, which actually can alter the taste of a margarita considerably with the type of sours mix you use. This is the kind I like to use most often. Okay, now we're ready to blend up our margarita. Before we do so, I want to let you know that I'm going to rim the glass while it's in the blender to save time. This, boys and girls, is what I mean by a rimmer. This thing you can buy at a number of different places, probably at like a Walmart or a Sam's Club, something like that. And it opens up such as this, and it's got 3 compartments. The top one has a sponge in it, which comes out, and you simply pour some Rose's lime juice on top of the sponge. The next layer down, I have salt. The next layer below that, I have sugar. So this is my salt rimmer. We're going to throw the margarita into the blender. You can use any type of blender. And we want to put it on a high speed, and then I'm going to rim the glass. So here we go. Okay, now that our margarita is frozen and blended, what I'm doing here, this is an extra little touch that'll make your drink a little bit better that a lot of people don't know to do. Now I have salt along the rim of the glass, but there's salt on the inside and outside. What you'd like to do is take your finger, a clean finger, and just take it along the inside of the glass and get rid of all the salt on the inside of the glass. You only want salt on the outer portion of the glass, on the exterior. Voila. Put your straws in. necessary lime garnish, and it's done. Let's move on to the next cocktail.